Hey guys, it's Brian in PS4 Trophies. I'm going to show you how to get the blazing sun mark on each of the trials at the Sun Furrows hunting ground. We got the Ravager versus Machines trial, Thunderjaw versus Ravager, and then the Ravager control trial. So we're going to start off with the Ravager versus Machines. Now for this, we're going to have to take the cannon off one of the Ravagers and just simply kill 2 machines. It's actually not too difficult. For this, the key is to have the Tear Blast arrows. So we're going to use that to rip off the cannon and then just pick it up and destroy 2 machines. So it's pretty simple. These trials actually are pretty fun. These were my favorite set. They're a level 30 set of trials. So let's go ahead and jump into here. Now first thing, you got to find, locate the Ravager. So we're going to take out our focus and find it. There's one over here to the left, and then there's also going to be one on the far right. In the center of this area is the Thunderjaw. So for this trial, you really want to avoid the center area. There's no point in interacting with the Thunderjaw. Don't want to get him involved. So I got my Tear Blast arrow all queued up, ready to go here. Now of course you just got to locate the cannon on the Ravager, which is not too difficult. You can use your focus scan here, and then you will see it. It's right on top of them there. So one shot from the Tear Blast arrow will take that thing off. It'll rip that component right off. Then all we need to do is simply pick it up and of course destroy 2 machines. Now, unfortunately for me, it kind of fell towards the center area. I have to jump down there. Now there's a Watcher down here. The Watchers are actually really easy to kill, so go ahead and use the cannon against it. You can drop that real quick. Then we just got to kill 1 more machine. We can kill the Ravager itself. There's a couple other Watchers in this area, so if you spot one, in fact there's one right there, you can end it real quick if you just find them. So that's it. That's the blazing sun mark for that trial. Let's go over to the Ravager control trial now. Now for this, we're going to have to override the Ravagers, and then we're going to have to, both of them, so there's 2 of them, and then we're going to have to take down the Thunderjaw. So this one's fun, definitely a little bit more difficult. Now, best way to override them is you're going to have to sneak up behind them. Now this is assuming you have the override ability unlocked for Ravagers. But sneak up behind them. Now unfortunately, he saw me, so I knocked him over. I used a heavy attack. If you knock him over, you can then override him, as I've done here. So the easiest way is just to sneak up and stealth to override him. But I was unsuccessful in that, but that's okay. So now we got to override the second Ravager, and at this point, stealth is not going to be an option for me. And again, the other Ravager was on the opposite side. However, once combat starts, once you've gone hot, he'll probably find you. So he originally spawned over here. I don't know if he's still over here. Nope, he's back up over here. So we're going to have to kind of do the same thing. In order to override him, I'm going to have to knock him over using a heavy attack. I do have the upgraded Lance, which you will acquire at some point in the main story. If you do not have this yet, if you have the basic spear, it's just going to take a few more heavy attacks to knock him over. But once you do, you can then override him. Now that we've overridden both of them, we have to actually kill the Thunderjaw. The best way to do this is take the Thunderjaw and then knock off its own disc cannon thing here. There's 2 of them, one on the left and one on the right. So there we go. Now we're going to use this to actually against the Thunderjaw itself, because we have about 1.5 minutes to kill him at this point. So using the disc launcher is the fastest way. It does a huge amount of damage, and it rips off a lot of the components on him. So this is by far the best way to kill a Thunderjaw in the game. I'm assuming you probably already know that. So alright, we're going to go ahead and light him on fire because he's susceptible to that as well. Got to fire enough arrows to fill up that little gauge above him. So he's almost dead. He does have 2 of the disc launchers, so I could have knocked off the other one, but I had plenty of time. Did in 2 minutes 17 seconds. So that was trial number 2. let's go to Thunderjaw versus Ravager trial. Now for this, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have to take the cannon, just like we did at the previous trial, the disc launcher, and then use that to kill the Ravager. So again, there's 2 Ravagers. Now for this, we're going to have to use both of the cannons, both of the disc launchers on the Thunderjaw, because there's not going to be enough ammunition in the disc launcher to take out both of the Ravagers. So alright, highlight them there. You can see the 2 disc launchers, the cannons. There's one here on the left, and then let's go ahead and take out the one on the right. So at this point, I am just going to sneak around, not really sneak, but go and pick up the disc launchers, and I'm going to go track down the Ravagers. Now, I do have the Shield Weaver outfit, the Ancient Armor, you get from the Ancient Armor quest, which gives you a temporary invincibility. Well, nearly permanent if you just wait for it to recharge when it runs out of juice, like it just did for me. So if you need if you want to get that suit, which makes this and any other trial much easier, check my channel. I do have a guide for that. So here's the second disc launcher, and there is the second Ravager. He's going to go down in a second. We're going to get the blazing sun mark. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you found the guide helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and of course, subscribe.